For centuries, Sicily had been a crossroads of place where Greeks, Romans, Arabs, Normans, and countless others had left their mark. But beneath the surface, beneath the layers of history that everyone thought they knew, there was a deeper enigma. One that had lain hidden in plain sight, shrouded in myth, rumor, and the stubborn silence of stone. In the spring of year 2002, Dr. Alessio Romano, a young archaeologist with a penchant for the unconventional, was hiking through the countryside near the town of Motta. He was following up on a local legendone that spoke of pietre strane, or strange stones, arranged in ways that defied explanation. The locals, with their weathered faces and knowing smiles, had always dismissed the tales as old wives' stories. But Alessio was different. He believed that every legend, no matter how outlandish, contained a kernel of truth. As he crested a hill, Alessio stopped dead in his tracks. There, rising from the earth, like the bones of some ancient beast, was a structure that should not have existed. It was a pyramid hewn, weathered by centuries of wind and rain, but unmistakably artificial. Its sides were not as smooth as those of Giza, but the geometry was clear, the intent undeniable. Alessio's heart pounded in his chest. He fumbled for his camera, snapping photos as the sun climbed higher, illuminating the pyramid's jagged silhouette. Word spread quickly. Soon, a team of researchers descended on the site, their excitement tempered by skepticism. After all, Sicily was not Egypt. The idea of pyramids on this volcanic island seemed absurd. But as the team began to excavate, more questions emerged. The stones were massive, some weighing several tons, and had been quarried from a site miles away. There were no inscriptions, no carvings, nothing to indicate who had built the structure or why. The only clue was a series of strange, cup-shaped depressions on the stone's patterns that seemed to align with the solstices and equinoxes. The discovery ignited a firestorm in the academic world. Some dismissed the pyramid as a glorified pile of rocks, the result of agricultural terracing or medieval folly. But others, like Dr. Romano, were not so sure. The more they studied the site, the more anomalies they found. The pyramid was not alone. Scattered across Sicily, from the slopes of Mount Etna to the windswept plains of Catania, were dozens of similar structures, some hidden beneath centuries of soil and vegetation, others standing proud against the sky. The media dubbed them the Pyramids of Sicily. And soon, the island was swarming with journalists, documentary crews, and amateur sleuths. Theories proliferated like wildflowers. Some claimed the pyramids were the work of the ancient Sicani, a mysterious people who had vanished without a trace. Others pointed to the Phoenicians, the Greeks, or even the lost civilization of Atlantis. The most outlandish theories suggested extraterrestrial involvement, citing the pyramid's alignment with certain star constellations. But for Alessio, the truth was more elusive and more tantalizing. He spent months poring over ancient texts, searching for any mention of pyramid building in Sicily. He found references to sacred mountains and stairways to the gods, but nothing concrete. Then, one rainy afternoon, he stumbled upon a passage in a 16th century chronicle that changed everything. The text described a temple of fire built by a forgotten priesthood, a place where the earth's energies were harnessed for mysterious rituals. Armed with this new lead, Alessio returned to the pyramid. He and his team began a series of experiments, measuring electromagnetic fields, seismic activity, and even the acoustic properties of the stones. What they found was astonishing. The pyramid seemed to amplify certain frequencies, creating a resonance that could be felt as much as heard. Some researchers reported strange dreams after spending time at the site. Others claimed to have experienced visions of fire and water, of ancient ceremonies lost to time. The story took another twist when a local farmer, digging a new well near the pyramid, unearthed a cache of artifact obsidian blades, ceramic figurines, and a fragment of a tablet inscribed with symbols that no one could decipher. The objects were carbon dated to the Bronze Age, centuries before the Greeks or Romans had set foot on the island. The implications were staggering. If the pyramids were truly that old, they predated most known civilizations in the Mediterranean. As the investigation deepened, the team uncovered evidence of a vast network of underground tunnels connecting the pyramids. Some of the passages were flooded, others choked with rubble, but a few remained accessible. Alessio and his colleagues ventured into the darkness, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. In one chamber, they found a mural depicting a procession of figures carrying torches, their faces obscured by elaborate masks. At the center of the mural was a stylized pyramid, surrounded by swirling patterns that resembled both flames and waves. The discovery sent shockwaves through the academic community. Suddenly, the pyramids were not just an architectural curiosity. They were the key to a lost chapter of human history. Theories abounded. Some scholars argued that the pyramids were part of a cult of fire, linked to the volcanic power of Mount Etna. Others saw evidence of a maritime civilization, one that had mastered both stone and sea, and whose influence had spread across the ancient world. But the greatest twist was yet to come. In the summer of year 2005, a team of geologists analyzing the stones of the Motta da Fermo pyramid made a startling discovery. Embedded within the rock were microscopic traces of a rare mineralone found only in the deepest layers of the Earth's crust. The presence of this mineral suggested that the builders had possessed knowledge of geology far beyond what was thought possible for the time. Some speculated that the stones had been quarried from a now lost volcano, or even transported from another part of the world. The revelation reignited the debate over lost technology. Was it possible that the pyramid builders had access to techniques or tools that had since vanished from history? Some pointed to the precision of the stonework, the alignment with celestial events, and the network of tunnels as evidence of a sophisticated, organized society. Others dismissed such ideas as fanciful, insisting that the pyramids were the result of natural processes or simple human ingenuity. Yet, the mystery only deepened. In year 2007, a group of divers exploring the coast near the town of Gela discovered a submerged structure that bore a striking resemblance to the pyramids on land. The underwater pyramid was encrusted with coral and teeming with marine life, but its shape was unmistakable. Sonar scans revealed a series of steps leading down into the depths, as if the structure had once been part of a larger complex, now claimed by the sea. The find fueled speculation about a lost Sicilian Atlantisa civilization that had flourished during the last ice age, only to be swallowed by rising waters. Some researchers pointed to ancient myths of a sunken land off the coast of Sicily, while others dismissed the idea as wishful thinking. But the evidence was mounting, and the questions refused to go away. As the years passed, the pyramids of Sicily became a magnet for adventurers, scholars, and dreamers. Some came seeking answers. Others came simply to stand in the shadow of the stones, to feel the weight of history pressing down on them. For Dr. Alessio Romano, the journey was both professional and personal. He had started with a question, but what he found was something far greater, a mystery that defied easy explanation, a story that refused to be neatly resolved. In the end, the pyramids of Sicily remain an enigma. Are they the remnants of a lost civilization, evidence of forgotten technology, or simply the product of human imagination and ingenuity? Perhaps the answer lies not in the stones themselves, but in the questions they inspire. For every theory, there is a counter-theory. For every discovery, a new mystery. The pyramids stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time, their secrets locked away beneath layers of earth and myth. But one thing is certain. The story of the Sicilian pyramids is far from over. As new technologies emerge, as new generations of researchers take up the quest, the stones may yet yield their secrets. Until then, they remain a tantalizing Ridley reminder that history is not a closed book, but a living, breathing story waiting to be told. So, the next time you find yourself wandering the hills of Sicily, listen closely. You might just hear the whispers of the past, calling you to look beyond the obvious, to question the accepted, and to seek out the mysteries that lie hidden in the shadows. And remember, in the world of history, the greatest discoveries are often the ones that leave us with more questions than answers. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. What do you think lies beneath the pyramids of Sicily? Lost technology, ancient rituals, or something even stranger? Drop your theories in the comments below, and join us next time as we unlock another secret from the past. Until then, keep searching, keep questioning, and never stop exploring.